Dan Lok is a Chinese-Canadian serial entrepreneur, an author, marketer, and a financial YouTuber. Lok has amassed a huge following of over 3.5 million subscribers by spending a large amount of money on advertising as well as using massive amounts of clickbait. Lok is also the CEO of Dan Lok Marketing Incorporated and founder of Closers.com, a SaaS platform that connects different companies to closers. If you're in sales and you spend time looking around the internet for advice on how to handle objections, there's a good chance that you've already stumbled upon one of Dan's videos. In this video, we're going to tell you about the truth about Dan Lok and his millions. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick till the end. Dan Lok was born in Hong Kong and his mother moved to Canada when he was 14. His father stayed in Hong Kong. His life changed after meeting his mentor, Alan Jacques. According to an article by Entrepreneur.com, Dan started 13 individual businesses over the course of his career and all 13 failed, and before the age of 20, this guy had close to $150,000 in debt. He began to make a name for himself by doing manual labor jobs. After attending college, he read a book by Claude C. Hopkins called Scientific Advertising and became obsessed with the topic of marketing. Dan then goes on to claim he dropped out of college in order to start his own advertising agency and helped his clients make millions of dollars with his copywriting skills and marketing knowledge. Now, normally people would focus on this fact and explain how financially irresponsible it is to take on debt in order to start a business. The article continues on to talk about how his father filed for bankruptcy and he got the emotions from his mother to motivate him to be successful. In July 2014, Dan Lok founded the Dan Lok's Vancouver Entrepreneurs Group, an entrepreneurial community in Canada that has nearly 1,500 members. Later, Lok became the founder of the High-Ticket Closer Certification Program, a global movement from 120-plus countries that help businesses to close high-ticket offers. He's a two-time TEDx opening speaker. In the advertising world, you need to understand that perception is everything, and crafting the right perception is critical in building confidence and making sales. Seeing a powerful businessman driving around in a limo or a Bentley is synonymous with many famous TV shows and movies that are associated with powerful business characters. Dan Lok giving his advice in his Bentley car, he's associating himself subconsciously with a lot of these famous TV shows and movies that create a powerful business perception. It's undeniable that regardless of business ethics, Dan Lok is a master of creating a powerful businessman perception. But you might be wondering, how does Dan Lok actually create such a powerful businessman perception? Now, one of Dan Lok's most effective ways of creating a powerful businessman perception is through his boss in the Bentley series. In this series, you'll see Dan Lok get driven around town in his rich and fancy Bentley car. You see him in a business suit giving off the business advice. Now, from normal, uncritical viewing, one would probably assume that Dan Lok is on his way to some important meeting, and he has just a few minutes to give some really important business advice in the camera. Another way Dan creates a powerful businessman perception is one of his most popular videos titled Actual Live Sales Call with Dan Lok. Now, whether this sales call is scripted or genuine, it's not actually known. But one thing we can know is that contrary to the title of the video, this is not an actual live sales call that was just recorded and uploaded as it was. We can prove this due to the editing of the video. If you watch the video closely, you'll see that there are several cuts and edits throughout, often at the end of a sentence. After carefully analyzing this video, there are at least 19 jump edits, each of these generally occurring at the end of a sentence. Another thing you're going to notice in this video, if you watch it, is that the audio flows perfectly with no jumps, but the video doesn't. If this was an actual unedited live sales call, the audio and video would perfectly sync up and there wouldn't be 19 edits in this video. It's really important to understand that Dan Lok is actually very successful and masterful in creating a powerful perception. He's the master of perception, and if we analyze this video carefully, we can see how this perception is created and done. First of all, the video appears to be an unknown caller asking Dan Lok for some business advice over the phone. During the call, Dan Lok tells the caller that he charges an extremely high price of $10,000 for 2 hours of business coaching and consulting. Again, whether Dan actually has clients who pay him this extraordinary rate is totally unknown. But through this video, he's creating the perception that is true and he wants his audience to know this. The caller then asks Dan Lok for a discount on the 2 hours of business coaching priced at $10,000. Now Dan Lok further builds up his perception of a powerful businessman by literally laughing at the request. Through the use of body language and laughing at the caller's request for a discount, Dan is further creating the perception that is a powerful business consultant that knows his true value is $10,000 for 2 hours. Dan then asks the caller whether he wants to be the Hyundai or the Bentley in his industry, and the caller responded that he wants to be the Bentley. You see, the Bentley car is a big theme of Dan Lok's business brand, and it's intended to create the ultimate premium perception of the premium business consultant. And even in this video, Dan admits to being the Bentley, so he's ultimately creating perception through association with Bentley that he's the premium ultimate business consultant. Later on in the call, the caller asks if it's okay to not pay the $10,000 up front, but instead split it into 2 payments. Now, Dan uses body language to communicate his high value. Dan creates a perception of a high-status individual who doesn't like to mess around with clients who can't pay up front. So ultimately, this live sales call video can be interpreted in 2 ways. To the unsuspecting viewer, it could be viewed as completely natural and real, but from an analytical perspective, it's also possible that this video has been carefully scripted with the ultimate intention to create the perception that Dan Lok is a successful, high-demand, and premium business coach that doesn't mess around. You see, on YouTube, there are a bunch of influencers who use boats and fancy cars to create an association with wealth and power. You might be wondering, how can one project a more powerful perception than just using a fancy car? The answer to that is a private jet. Dan Lok also takes his businessman perception to the next level with his private jet video, where he basically shows his viewers how annoying and frustrating it is for him to take a normal plane flight versus using his own private jet. In this video, Dan Lok shows off his wealth by driving straight onto the airport and being welcomed aboard personally by the captain. By creating and uploading these videos of himself driving around in a Bentley and personally driving onto an airport and jumping onto his private plane, he is sending the signal to his audience and viewers that he's a wealthy and powerful businessman. After a while of watching Dan Lok's videos, I realized the pattern he's always preaching about making money, the power of copywriting, and how hustle is what we all need to start. That said, it shook me that even after watching all the videos, I still got no clue how the guy actually makes money. The one thing that I was crystal clear on is that the way he's making money is never what he mentions in one of his Boss in the Bentley episodes about copywriting. If that was the case, then tell me, how many copyrights do you know that made it big above even $500,000? The answer is none. I never understood how the view behind Dan was moving while he was talking to us and supposedly driving the Bentley. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell icon for more updates and notifications. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.